Greetings and welcome to another Giving Thanks. All day, every day, we give thanks. At this moment, I am giving thanks that my mom is safe, she is comforted, and she is protected. And I am not going to get upset that the Virgin Islands healthcare is non existent. So they had to send and fly my mom to Florida, right? I'm not going to get upset about that. I'm going to give thanks because some things we don't have control over. We don't want to get ourselves worked up for things we can't control. Okay. And I am just going to stay giving thanks all day, every day. That is important. And the reason why that's important is because it'll allow for our theme today to work. Okay. Faith steadies. So in that, let me plug this up. In our theme today, faith steadies, uh, this thing is falling off the table. So in our theme today, faith steadies, it's important to know that giving thanks every day, all day, is part of that faith action, putting it into work. It's hard because, that's your mom. You know, that is your mom. In 2018, when I was asked to marry someone, in 2018, January. So it's like 8 years now or something. But anyway, their sister passed away. Their sister passed away in September 2018. They asked me to marry them in January, and then their sister passed away in 2018, that same year. And then the following year, 2019, their mother passed away in May. So when I look at losing a loved one, it's happened to me. My son passed in 2023. He was found in a Motel 6, and fentanyl was discovered in his demise. That was 2023. So I've had my share of challenges, okay? Getting engaged and having the sister pass away, having the mother passed away. And then in 2020, I graduated with my 2 degrees, a PhD and a library degree. But in 2019, the year after her, yeah, it's a her, I was engaged to, her sister passed. That prompted me to start my own business. So in 2019, I began my business, Negus Education World Specialist. And with that, that is a faith action. That's faith steadies. So instead of retreating, I broke out into a business. And I started this business in 2019. In 2020, so I started the business while I was in grad school. In 2020 now, I graduated. And then the following year, 2021, I started a reading initiative to get children reading fluently by the first grade. There was not a lot of support from people close to me. Some little bit, but not that much, right? I got more support from people who didn't know me and strangers and, people who wanted to see children reading fluently. That was their mission, right? So in 2021, I kicked off my workshop. First, I called it a camp, and then I said, no, this is more than a camp. This is a workshop. They're shopping around children's books, and they're responding using art. How amazing can that be? So it's a workshop. So 2021 was the first one. 2022, the second one. So it's in that order. 23, the third. 24, the fourth. 25, the fifth. 26, the sixth. So we're in the 6th year. Hi, thanks for joining. Like the video on your way out or on your way in. Like the video. Subscribe to this channel because it's a feel good channel. You're going to get lots of feel good words. So, with that being said, that's a preface to my theme today of faith. It's I have to have faith in order to accomplish the things I've accomplished. It doesn't just come out of the sky. It takes a lot of work. It's hard work, it's mind work where you are mentally focused and not sucked up into, human relationships and their ebbs and flows, but you're flowing into yourself, into looking at you. So I love that. I love that because when we talk about gossiping about people, I don't gossip about people. I talk about myself and how people have affected me, right? That's what I talk about. And yesterday's Bible challenge said, envy is usually the mother of gossip. Envy. So when people are gossiping and talking about someone else, it's an envy that they have for that person that they're gossiping about. So when someone is talking to you about someone else, gossiping, that person is envious of the person that they're talking about. It's obvious. So thank you for liking the video on your way in or on your way out. Stop and like the video. I appreciate that. It tells the algorithm that this is important. And your subscriber, becoming a subscriber is an important part of this too. So subscribe to this channel and like the video. So faith steadies. What does that mean? That's our theme today. Faith steadies. It steadies us in our life. Change is constant throughout life. There's going to be times of triumph and times of tragedy. I have faith in the absolute goodness of the righteousness of the Most High. That is our Creator, whether you believe that or not. Sometimes the wise mind and comfort of that Creator may feel far away, but guess what? It's right inside you. You travel with it every day. You may drown it out with video games, with sexual music. You may drown it out with, a lot of stuff in the world, but that is with you always. You travel with that. It's inside of you. So it's important to have faith. Have faith. So that's our theme today. Let's get into our verse of the day. I don't even know what that is yet because it comes in my Bible challenge. Let's see if I can find the verse of the day, and we're going to get started with that. So sit up, buckle up, buttercup, and let's get our verse of the day up. Verse of the day. Thanks for liking the video too. Verse of the day. Verse of the day. Verse of the day. So verse of the day today is coming from First John. Okay, First John chapter 4 verse 9. And First John chapter 4 verse 9, let's see if it aligns with our theme today of faith steadies. So this is how God showed God's love among us. God sent his one and only Son into the world that we might live through him. And who is him? What is that? Righteousness, the goodness and mercy from within that the Son spoke about. Okay? The kingdom of God is within you, meaning that this flesh, this physical, is just that. Okay? So stop going on with what people look like. Stop talking about their teeth. Stop talking about their nose. Stop talking about their face. They were created in the image of righteousness that is the most Almighty God, the Most High. So when you see someone, you are seeing a little droplet of the Most High. So humble yourself. Don't talk about people, how they look and what you're talking about the Most High's creation. So watch it. So the verse today really sets us off in our theme of faith studies because it's action. God showed action. God showed us action. The Creator, Jah, the Most High, showed action in giving us something precious to that one Creator and gave us something. That one Creator could have kept that one something, that one son for himself and just like, y'all about your way. But no, we were given something. So now when you have been given something, you have a responsibility, big responsibility. You've been given something, right? So let's get to our word today, faith, and that'll set it off beautifully. It's the word of the day. 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 Word of the day. Word of the day. The word of the day today is faith. And today is the 26th of the 2026. So we have 26, 26, 26 is happening. And you know, February is a short month, 28 days, but yet they charge you 2 extra days for rent. Yeah. You know, if you pay rent or you pay a mortgage, whatever you pay on a monthly basis, February should be prorated, where it's 28 days and that's what you pay for, not 30. So 2 days, they getting money off of you extra. But anyway, today is the word faith. And my faith steadies me throughout all the seasons of life. Okay, I have had seasons. I mentioned earlier in this live what has happened to me in these seasons of my life. Engaged, breaking up, moving on, my son passing, my dad passing, my children's dad passing, my mom is in the hospital. It's just one thing after the next. So faith is just on time today for our word today, faith, and is brought to us by Matthew chapter 9, verse 29, 9-9, Matthew. And Matthew says, according to your faith, let what is to be done according to your faith. So if you have faith, even as a mustard seed, you're good, you know. Some people don't have faith. They're like, what am I going to do? What am I going to wear tomorrow? What's happening? And they all in an anxious, and they get in a depressive, and they get in all these different adverse ways. What is it that keeps you is your faith. Knowing that you're going to be okay and things are going to be good. What else can you hope for? So Matthew tells us, according to your faith, it's going to be done. Okay. So let's dive into our word today, faith. My faith shapes my life. I am mindful of how I use my faith and what I choose to believe, because my faith colors my experience of life, other people, the world around me, and the divine. Living my faith is easy in times of lightness and success, right? I feel as though the wind is at my back, my bless abound, and the presence of God goes with me everywhere. I may need to lean into my faith during rougher times, right? During times when things are not great, when things go wrong and I feel lost and righteousness feels far away. You want to go smack somebody. goodness and mercy is so far away, you're in that space, you want to go B slap a B. Okay. But guess what? I step away from the rhythms of daily life and seek the presence of righteousness in communication to God. That's how I deal with this anxious, anxiety, depressive, wrong, feeling lost, and feeling that God is so far away. I step away from all the rhythms of the daily life and seek the presence. I was at the doctor's office with my mom, and I bust out into prayer right there. Everybody's sitting around. Who is this lady? I went into a serious communication to God right there at the doctor's office. Okay. This what I do. And I seek that presence in communication. People say prayer, pray for me. No, I'm going to talk to God on your behalf. When somebody does you wrong or you feel cheated or hurt, guess what? Talk to God about it. Don't go and leave a vicious voicemail. Don't curse the people out. Don't beat them up. Police involved. Don't do that. Talk to God. God is inside of you, within you. You don't have to go miles away to a church to talk to God. You can talk to God right in your closet because that's who you are. You're part of that. Don't get it twisted. You are blessed, highly favored, and wonderfully made. So I step away from the rhythms of my daily life and seek the presence of God in communication to that. Okay? I pour out the concerns of my heart. This is what I do. I pour out the concern. I talk to God like God is my best friend. And I'm like, look, this person cheated on me. They lied. They went and met someone. I talked to God. And all I hear God telling me, leave them alone. I will deal with it. Another one for God to deal with. And it's dealt with. I leave. I don't have to dirty my hands or dirty my mouth or do anything dirty. I pour out the concerns of my heart and my doubts and fears. Remember, if you subscribe to this channel, I had a video where I talk about perfect love casts out fear. Once you're in that perfect love space, you should fear nothing. So I feel the comfort of God within. What did I just talk about? It's within you. I feel that comfort within. I affirm my faith and trust better times are on the way. Trust, faith. Trust and have faith. Beautiful combo. Receive it. All you got to speak is, I receive it in the grace of what is righteousness, humbleness, kindness, mercy, long suffering. You may have to suffer long. Remember, being alone is a good thing. When you are alone, and I read it someplace, where was it? Being alone is a good thing. When you can be alone, you're able to see yourself. I saw that somewhere. Okay, well. Oh, I know where I saw it, in here. Is it? No. So better times are on the way. And I saw that someplace. I don't remember where I saw it. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for your comment. And thanks for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you so much for all of that, because guess what? You know what I'm talking about. You know where I'm coming from. But for February 26th, Many errors in life result from an inability to sit still long enough to read what God has written. Are you sitting still long enough? You got to sit still. Be still is what is God is speaking to us about. Be still. So this happened to me. I was on my way to Texas at the airport, getting ready to go into something God didn't want me to go into. And flight got canceled. This got canceled. So when things are canceled, when you are rejected, you're being protected. Rejection is protection. So when somebody cheats on you or they leave you for someone else, don't look at it as, yeah, you may be hurt, right? Because they didn't tell you in advance. They told you after the fact. So when that happens, you want to know that you're protected. You're not being rejected because you're a bad person or you're not qualified to be in this relationship. It's because you're being protected. Okay? Protection comes in these ways, and we have to receive them. We may be crying, we didn't win the lotto, but guess what? You're being protected, because were you to have won the lotto, you would have had all this money, and then what's going to happen to you after that? People going to come running, you're going to be a target, all of this, right? So don't be so quick to want something. Okay? Be quick to want what God wants for you. And what God wants for you is for you to have comfort within and affirm your faith and trust that better times are on the way. Okay? So we are in our Bible challenge. We're in the book of Deuteronomy. Remember, we finished Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. We're in the 5th book now. And Deuteronomy, for today, day 57, we're looking at societal laws, the laws of society, right? And many errors in life result from an inability to sit still long enough to read what God has written. So we need to be alone to be able to do that. I have the person who left me for someone else is afraid to be alone, And I believe it's childhood trauma, because they were left alone as children, as a child, waiting for their dad to come and pick them up, and they're in the window waiting for their dad. Their dad never came. So there is abandonment issues. There is issues in childhood that has affected people's relationships in adulthood. And I see that with this person who left me and went to someone else because I wasn't there. You feel abandoned and you want to have someone else. And it's not really about me, it's about them. And we have in the book today, Deuteronomy, chapter 21 to 26, for the 26th of February, domestic relationships, family matters, defending the weak, national matters, and donations to God, tabernacle matters. So we have family matters, national matters, and matters of the tabernacle or the church. That's written in Deuteronomy. And Deuteronomy looks at marriage violations, okay, within the family. And if a man takes a wife and after sleeping with her dislikes her and slanders her and gives her a bad name, saying, I married this woman, but when I approached her, I did not find proof of her virginity. Then the young woman's father and mother shall bring to the town elders at the gate proof that she was a virgin. So we were talking about this, my son and I, one of his friends from the Dominican Republic. Her mother got someone, her mother was pregnant before she married this man. And when he married her, he thought she was a virgin. And then when he found out she wasn't, this reminds me, this story here in Deuteronomy reminds me of that. And when people get married, they find out about the person and then they want to not be married anymore. So this is all about virginity and a virgin, right? And marrying a virgin. So if a man is found sleeping with another man's wife, both the man who slept with her and the woman must die. You must purge the evil. Yeah, that Deuteronomy was serious. Deuteronomy ain't playing with your hoes out there. You take us out of a house, you're left with hoe. Yeah, you're left with hoe. So Deuteronomy is something you got to read, chapter 23, uncleanness. We have miscellaneous laws, chapter 24, 25, and 26, first fruits and tithes, following the Lord's command. Following these laws, carefully observe them with all your heart and with all your life. You have declared this day the Lord is your God, and that you will walk in obedience to him, that you will keep his decrees, commands, and laws, that you will listen. And the Lord has declared this day that you are his people, his treasured possession, as he promised, and that you are to keep all his commands. He has declared that he will set you in praise, fame, and honor high above all the nations he has made, and that you will be a people sacred to the Lord your God as promised. So we have Deuteronomy chapter 26 in our Bible challenge. Go ahead and read ahead Deuteronomy 27. And all the way, we're going to be going into the book of Joshua. Ooh, Joshua, that's one of my guys. So we're going into the book of Joshua. So you notice we have Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, right? We have Exodus, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and then we go into the names, Joshua, Ruth, we go into these people names. So that's how we kind of look at the Bible challenge. And every year I do this. This is my second year doing the Bible challenge. I find something new all the time. So what I'm finding new is we have the we have Genesis, Exodus, we have these actions. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Uh-oh, my tea spilled. And then we go into Joshua, then Judges, Ruth, Samuel. We go into, so it's going to be fun. This Bible challenge is really fun. Thank you so much for being part of this. As we go into the book, ending the book of Deuteronomy this month of February, and then we're going into the book of Joshua. And the book of Joshua, it's going to be interesting because we're ending looking at Moses. So it says a person who knows everything has a lot to learn. That's why I say I don't know everything. I may have a PhD, I may have 5 degrees, but I'm learning. Still learning. So Joshua, we're getting into the book of Joshua, and Joshua is a tale of war and tranquility. In the first 12 chapters, the people of Israel conquered the land of Canaan. So in the book of Deuteronomy, we're looking at societal laws of Canaan, and then we shift into Joshua where there's, they want to conquer this land of Canaan because they're not following these laws. So it's interesting. Stay tuned because we're coming at you with at the end of February, we're going to be finishing up Deuteronomy. There's a song of Moses, a beautiful song of Moses in Deuteronomy chapter 32. Listen, you heavens, and I will speak. Hear, you earth, the words of my mouth. Let my teaching fall like rain, and my words descend like dew. Ooh, 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 like showers on new grass, like abundant rain on tender plants. So this is a song of Moses. I love it. I'm going to sing it after I get off of my live, because I know you will want to hear me singing. So anyway, that is our show. That is our show today. It's not a show. It is a giving thanks all day, every day. So here we go. Thank you so much for joining. And remember, stand in love. Don't fall in it. It's important not to fall in anything, because when you fall for anything, it's not good. You got to stand for something so you won't fall for anything. People fall for things. They fall for love. They fall for a person. They fall. And then when their behind hits the ground, it's like, ouch, that hurt. Yeah. Don't fall for nothing. Stand for something. Stand for righteousness. Stand for goodness. Stand for love. Stand for humility. Stand for humbleness. Stand for grace. Stand for love. Thank you so much. You've been great, audience. We are blessed, highly favored, and wonderfully made. When you subscribe to this channel, you become an angel. I'm looking for 1,000 angels, maybe even more, but I'll start with 1,000. Subscribe to this channel. Do not leave here without subscribing. Thank you so much. Mwah. Have a blessed, wonderful, and faith-filled day. Remember, faith steadies. Take good care. Enjoy your day. Take good care. See you next time. Remember, finish reading the book of Deuteronomy. Take good care. Faith.